Friends, hello, welcome back. Hopefully everybody is having a lovely day. That may be subjective if you're a Calgary or Florida fan here, as there have been, or as there was, we should say, a blockbuster trade in the NHL that sent Jonathan Huberdeau and Mackenzie Weegar to the Calgary Flames in exchange for Tkachuk. And I tell you what, pretty big trade. If you're Calgary and Tkachuk wasn't going to stay, you have to love the return you got here. I think you do. I know Huberdeau's, his contract's expiring and you want to keep him if you can. He might not want to stay. There's still a lot of things that can change at that point in time. But you think about a guy like that that's been a consistent, well over point per game player here the last, 3 years. Again, he had 115 points last season. He's been a stellar playmaker that can bring a unit up around him. Amazing return. And you bring in Mackenzie Weegar, who had a really solid season as well for the Florida Panthers last season. And you have to wonder, they lost Johnny Gaudreau, gonna be a big hole. But can this team become a Stanley Cup contender with Lindholm, Toffoli, Huberdeau? Again, there's just, it's hard to tell right now, because right now we're looking at this team and it is not very deep. It's not very deep at all. And there's a very good reason for that. First of all, goaltender, Markstrom, 90 overall, stellar. Good for him. I didn't realize he had 90 overall in this game. He's up to he had a good season though. But the thing with Calgary right now is, I don't want to say they're in shambles, but they're kind of in shambles. They're kind of in no man's land. Maybe that's the word I'm looking for. They currently have 9 defensemen under contract. They got another one that's an RFA, and they're currently a couple forwards short of being able to field an entire 12-man we'll get it out, to be able to field 4 lines. I got 10 players right now. I think they have 10 forwards on their active roster. 11, I guess, if you want to throw Lindholm. I can't think. One of them is long-term IR. Now I'm drawing a blank. You bring those guys over, but clearly they have to make some more moves. They're going to either they're probably going to do some of both, moving some defenders, bringing some forwards in, and then you'll really get to see how this team forms and comes together. Right now, Calgary fans, how's it feeling right? It can't feel good. I've seen this time and time again as a Blue Jackets fan. I'm a Reds fan. Where you see these baseball over there. If you guys don't watch baseball, I guess Cincinnati Reds. But I've seen this time and time again. Franchise I'm a big fan of. Where you start to see things. It feels like things are starting to really come together. Like we got some youth, we got some older guys. It's like we drafted some talent, we signed some talent, we traded for some talent. It's like things are coming together. We're feeling like a really good contender, and then bang, everything's yanked out from underneath you. And you're stuck in this, do we rebuild right now? Do we try to win still right now? And I think that's what Calgary's in. It's like you can't just lose Tkachuk and Gaudreau and think it's easy to replace guys like that. But at the same time, when you was just a contender, you want to hold on hope. You want to hope that this team can continue to contend. And I think that's why you see them bring in Weegar and Huberdeau with this Tkachuk trade. It's kind of we still want to try to be relevant and still be good at hockey thing. And that's why you see those guys come in, and then you hope and hope and hope you can keep Huberdeau around for more than a year. But still, that stings, and it stings a lot. If you had to get rid of Tkachuk, that's the best you could get. I think that was a really good return. But man, I feel for you, Calgary. I feel for Florida a little bit. This was a fun trade. It really was. Because I can see both sides saying, well, if we could retain those players, that was the thing, part of this trade too, is how long was either team able to extend these guys, was the guy at the cap space. Obviously with Tkachuk getting an extension there in Florida, you'd like to think they could, but were they going to be able to keep those guys? I really was a big Huberdeau guy, but you don't just pick up Tkachuk's off the street. This guy was a heck of a player, a different type of player. He had the physicality, the size. He was a 40-goal scorer last season. He was incredible. He played really well, and he's 4 years younger. There's a lot to take into account. Calgary, though, 59, 55, 59. Huberdeau took a giant fall off in Calgary. Only dropped 59 points this season. That's the thing with Calgary, too. Was it last year or year before? There was a couple years there where they struggled. They just kind of really came back together this year. It's still a little bit of It's still a little bit fresh in the mind for me where I'm trying to put words to it. and properly process it, but I'm all over the place on it right now. What's everyone's thoughts on it? I want to hear the thoughts straight from Florida, straight from Calgary, or the, in-betweeners, or didn't really affect anybody. Make some sense of this for me. Markstrom, 24-33, 908 save percentage. The team did not play good. 32-42, no Gaudreau, no Tkachuk, and this team barely missed finishing last in the division. 2 points or 2 points out of it, really, there. LA was 30 or 70 points at 72. When it comes to the entire league, again, it was a struggle. Tampa was the best. Florida finished 9th. It's interesting to bring that up since they picked up those players. Coming in, Detroit, LA, Calgary. A fall off of all fall offs. Now, the one thing you do, it stinks, and I'm not even a Calgary fan if that were to be what happens next year. Nonetheless, though, that's going to wrap things up for this video. As always, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Thank you guys for watching. We'll see you next time.